esteemed Soul Masters, the first Soul Master tournament, attracting the attention of the entire continent, has officially begun. From this moment onward, your passion and strategies will forge legends. This is not just a battle for personal glory, but the ultimate trial to test the strength of your team's spirit. When the drums of war beat, only by entrusting your backed comrades worthy of that trust can you charge towards the throne of the top sect. Now let me introduce the rules of the Soul Master Tournament. The battlefield of the Soul Master Tournament is divided into 3 areas: the main battlefield, the northern mine, and the southern mine. The main battlefield can accommodate up to 40 Soul Masters, while the northern and southern mines can each host up to 30 Soul Masters. The maps for the northern and southern mines are identical and feature numerous crystal stones. Mining these stones provides energy, supporting battlefield skills on the main battlefield. On the main battlefield, there are 3 main routes for attack. Both sides have 10 defensive towers, 3 outer towers, 3 inner towers, 3 high ground towers, and 1 crystal base. The battlefield commander can use the energy obtained from the mines to activate battlefield skills for support. These skills can enhance the Soul Master's attack and defense, disrupt the enemy's defensive towers, rendering them incapable of attack, summon siege vehicles to strike enemy towers from a distance, and even teleport to rally teammates. On the main battlefield, defeating enemy Soul Masters or destroying enemy towers will earn tournament points. These points are crucial for determining the outcome of the match. The first side to score 50,000 points or destroy the enemy's crystal base wins the match. Remember, when the pickaxes of the mines resonate with the blades of battle, that is the true symphony of victory. The team that stands victorious on the podium will be the one that best understands how to conquer with both intelligence and cooperation, creating miracles. All Soul Masters, hear your command. Unleash your soul rings and let the entire continent crown you. esteemed Soul Masters, the first Soul Master tournament, attracting the attention of the entire continent, has officially begun. From this moment onward, your passion and strategies will forge legends. This is not just a battle for personal glory, but the ultimate trial to test the strength of your team's spirit. When the drums of war beat, only by entrusting your backed comrades worthy of that trust can you charge towards the throne of the top sect. Now let me introduce the rules of the Soul Master Tournament. The battlefield of the Soul Master Tournament is divided into 3 areas: the main battlefield, the northern mine, and the southern mine. The main battlefield can accommodate up to 40 Soul Masters, while the northern and southern mines can each host up to 30 Soul Masters. The maps for the northern and southern mines are identical and feature numerous crystal stones. Mining these stones provides energy, supporting battlefield skills on the main battlefield. On the main battlefield, there are 3 main routes for attack. Both sides have 10 defensive towers: 3 outer towers, 3 inner towers, 3 high ground towers, and 1 crystal base. The battlefield commander can use the energy obtained from the mines to activate battlefield skills for support. These skills can enhance the Soul Master's attack and defense, disrupt the enemy's defensive towers, rendering them incapable of attack, summon siege vehicles to strike enemy towers from a distance, and even teleport to rally teammates. On the main battlefield, defeating enemy Soul Masters or destroying enemy towers will earn tournament points. These points are crucial for determining the outcome of the match. The first side to score 50,000 points or destroy the enemy's crystal base wins the match. Remember, when the pickaxes of the mines resonate with the blades of battle, that is the true symphony of victory. The team that stands victorious on the podium will be the one that best understands how to conquer with both intelligence and cooperation, creating miracles. All Soul Masters, hear your command. Unleash your soul rings and let the entire continent crown you. The first Soul Master tournament, attracting the attention of the entire continent, has officially begun. From this moment onward, your passion and strategies will forge legends. This is not just a battle for personal glory, but the ultimate trial to test the strength of your team's spirit. When the drums of war beat, only by entrusting your backed comrades worthy of that trust can you charge towards the throne of the top sect. Now let me introduce the rules of the Soul Master Tournament. The battlefield of the Soul Master Tournament is divided into 3 areas: the main battlefield, the northern mine, and the southern mine. The main battlefield can accommodate up to 40 Soul Masters, while the northern and southern mines can each host up to 30 Soul Masters. The maps for the northern and southern mines are identical and feature numerous crystal stones. Mining these stones provides energy, supporting battlefield skills on the main battlefield. On the main battlefield, there are 3 main routes for attack. Both sides have 10 defensive towers, 3 outer towers, 3 inner towers, 3 high ground towers, and 1 crystal base. The battlefield commander can use the energy obtained from the mines to activate battlefield skills for support. These skills can enhance the Soul Master's attack and defense, disrupt the enemy's defensive towers, rendering them incapable of attack, summon siege vehicles to strike enemy towers from a distance, and even teleport to rally teammates. On the main battlefield, defeating enemy Soul Masters or destroying enemy towers will earn tournament points. These points are crucial for determining the outcome of the match. The first side to score 50,000 points or destroy the enemy's crystal base wins the match. Remember, when the pickaxes of the mines resonate with the blades of battle, that is the true symphony of victory. The team that stands victorious on the podium will be the one that best understands how to conquer with both intelligence and cooperation, creating miracles. All Soul Masters, hear your command. Unleash your soul rings and let the entire continent crown you. esteemed Soul Masters, the first Soul Master tournament, attracting the attention of the entire continent, has officially begun. From this moment onward, your passion and strategies will forge legends. This is not just a battle for personal glory, but the ultimate trial to test the strength of your team's spirit. When the drums of war beat, only by entrusting your backed comrades worthy of that trust can you charge towards the throne of the top sect. Now let me introduce the rules of the Soul Master Tournament. The battlefield of the Soul Master Tournament is divided into 3 areas: the main battlefield, the northern mine, and the southern mine. The main battlefield can accommodate up to 40 Soul Masters, while the northern and southern mines can each host up to 30 Soul Masters. The maps for the northern and southern mines are identical and feature numerous crystal stones. Mining these stones provides energy, supporting battlefield skills on the main battlefield. On the main battlefield, there are 3 main routes for attack. Both sides have 10 defensive towers: 3 outer towers, 3 inner towers, 3 high ground towers, and 1 crystal base. The battlefield commander can use the energy obtained from the mines to activate battlefield skills for support. These skills can enhance the Soul Master's attack and defense, disrupt the enemy's defensive towers, rendering them incapable of attack, summon siege vehicles to strike enemy towers from a distance, and even teleport to rally teammates. On the main battlefield, defeating enemy Soul Masters or destroying enemy towers will earn tournament points. These points are crucial for determining the outcome of the match. The first side to score 50,000 points or destroy the enemy's crystal base wins the match. Remember, when the pickaxes of the mines resonate with the blades of battle, that is the true symphony of victory. The team that stands victorious on the podium will be the one that best understands how to conquer with both intelligence and cooperation, creating miracles. All Soul Masters, hear your command. Unleash your soul rings and let the entire continent crown you. Masters, the first Soul Master tournament, attracting the attention of the entire continent, has officially begun. From this moment onward, your passion and strategies will forge legends. This is not just a battle for personal glory, but the ultimate trial to test the strength of your team's spirit. When the drums of war beat, only by entrusting your backed comrades worthy of that trust can you charge towards the throne of the top sect. Now let me introduce the rules of the Soul Master Tournament. The battlefield of the Soul Master Tournament is divided into 3 areas: the main battlefield, the northern mine, and the southern mine. The main battlefield can accommodate up to 40 Soul Masters, while the northern and southern mines can each host up to 30 Soul Masters. The maps for the northern and southern mines are identical and feature numerous crystal stones. Mining these stones provides energy, supporting battlefield skills on the main battlefield. On the main battlefield, there are 3 main routes for attack. Both sides have 10 defensive towers: 3 outer towers, 3 inner towers, 3 high ground towers, and 1 crystal base. The battlefield commander can use the energy obtained from the mines to activate battlefield skills for support. These skills can enhance the Soul Master's attack and defense, disrupt the enemy's defensive towers, rendering them incapable of attack, summon siege vehicles to strike enemy towers from a distance, and even teleport to rally teammates. On the main battlefield, defeating enemy Soul Masters or destroying enemy towers will earn tournament points. These points are crucial for determining the outcome of the match. The first side to score 50,000 points or destroy the enemy's crystal base wins the match. Remember, when the pickaxes of the mines resonate with the blades of battle, that is the true symphony of victory. The team that stands victorious on the podium will be the one that best understands how to conquer with both intelligence and cooperation, creating miracles. All Soul Masters, hear your command. Unleash your soul rings and let the entire continent crown you. Team Soul Masters, the first Soul Master tournament, attracting the attention of the entire continent, has officially begun. From this moment onward, your passion and strategies will forge legends. This is not just a battle for personal glory, but the ultimate trial to test the strength of your team's spirit. When the drums of war beat, only by entrusting your backed comrades worthy of that trust can you charge towards the throne of the top sect. Now let me introduce the rules of the Soul Master Tournament. The battlefield of the Soul Master Tournament is divided into 3 areas: the main battlefield, the northern mine, and the southern mine. The main battlefield can accommodate up to 40 Soul Masters, while the northern and southern mines can each host up to 30 Soul Masters. The maps for the northern and southern mines are identical and feature numerous crystal stones. Mining these stones provides energy, supporting battlefield skills on the main battlefield. On the main battlefield, there are 3 main routes for attack. Both sides have 10 defensive towers: 3 outer towers, 3 inner towers, 3 high ground towers, and 1 crystal base. The battlefield commander can use the energy obtained from the mines to activate battlefield skills for support. These skills can enhance the Soul Master's attack and defense, disrupt the enemy's defensive towers, rendering them incapable of attack, summon siege vehicles to strike enemy towers from a distance, and even teleport to rally teammates. On the main battlefield, defeating enemy Soul Masters or destroying enemy towers will earn tournament points. These points are crucial for determining the outcome of the match. The first side to score 50,000 points or destroy the enemy's crystal base wins the match. Remember, when the pickaxes of the mines resonate with the blades of battle, that is the true symphony of victory. The team that stands victorious on the podium will be the one that best understands how to conquer with both intelligence and cooperation, creating miracles. All Soul Masters, hear your command. Unleash your soul rings and let the entire continent crown you. esteemed Soul Masters, the first Soul Master tournament, attracting the attention of the entire continent, has officially begun. From this moment onward, your passion and strategies will forge legends. This is not just a battle for personal glory, but the ultimate trial to test the strength of your team's spirit. When the drums of war beat, only by entrusting your backed comrades worthy of that trust can you charge towards the throne of the top sect. Now let me introduce the rules of the Soul Master Tournament. The battlefield of the Soul Master Tournament is divided into 3 areas: the main battlefield, the northern mine, and the southern mine. The main battlefield can accommodate up to 40 Soul Masters, while the northern and southern mines can each host up to 30 Soul Masters. The maps for the northern and southern mines are identical and feature numerous crystal stones. Mining these stones provides energy, supporting battlefield skills on the main battlefield. On the main battlefield, there are 3 main routes for attack. Both sides have 10 defensive towers, 3 outer towers, 3 inner towers, 3 high ground towers, and 1 crystal base. The battlefield commander can use the energy obtained from the mines to activate battlefield skills for support. These skills can enhance the Soul Master's attack and defense, disrupt the enemy's defensive towers, rendering them incapable of attack, summon siege vehicles to strike enemy towers from a distance, and even teleport to rally teammates. On the main battlefield, defeating enemy Soul Masters or destroying enemy towers will earn tournament points. These points are crucial for determining the outcome of the match. The first side to score 50,000 points or destroy the enemy's crystal base wins the match. Remember, when the pickaxes of the mines resonate with the blades of battle, that is the true symphony of victory. The team that stands victorious on the podium will be the one that best understands how to conquer with both intelligence and cooperation, creating miracles. All Soul Masters, hear your command. Unleash your soul rings and let the entire continent crown you.
Good day everyone and welcome to the first ever Soul Master Tournament. We are your caster for today. My name is Fallen Sanity, together with Sayora.
Hello, dear Soul Masters. And right now, again, this is the first ever Soul Master Tournament, wherein this is already the 6th day of our tournament, and of course we were able to witness some action from the previous days, but this time around we will be moving forward to the next set of match, which is a best of 3.
Yes, best of 3 indeed. And of course the guilds who participated on this one showed their strengths and strategy from day 1 up to now on our day 6. And for today's match, it's gonna be really interesting. This is one of the guilds that we are actually watching. Yes, so again guys, let me introduce the guilds right now. And of course, before we do that, let's go ahead and show the brackets to our viewers.
Yes, and again, we have witnessed their journey right now, but of course, this is the last chance for our losers bracket right now, and we are going to, witness the match between Athena and Divine for tonight, and of course, for the rest of the days on tomorrow, we will be seeing a Villain Era versus Arcane, and finally, on the last day, we will be seeing the match between Fallen Fury and Team Migi.
Yes. Exciting matches ahead of us, but again, we need to deal with the first match of the day, or the only match for today, which is going to be Athena server 7 and Divine server 20. And speaking of these two guilds, let's go ahead and check the names of the guildmates.
Yes, and of course, to start it off with Team Athena of server 7, we do have 11. Ruler of Sky, Mizore, their guild leader as well. Citrus, Peirogyangai, Daifuku, Tiramisu, Bacon Kai, Dark Dahlia, Anya, Tobrooks, Quacken, Dark Dahlia, O2, Last Night, Buttercake, Iconic, Biker Birds, Arm, Orbia, and Soju. Meanwhile, for the side of Divine,
yes, of course, Divine. We have the guild leader, Izaki.
Yes.
Let me pronounce it correctly. Honda, Iserius, Trough, Novi, Gummy Bear, and AOR or Dodd, Mustang, Izukus, and Juten New, Irie, Cod, Snack, Jason, Liliana, VNL, and Jack and Sefi.
yes.
There you go.
Of course, they will be the respective teams for today's matches. Again, this is a best of 3, everyone. So whoever, wins the first game, technically a match point, but is also an opportunity for the next one to, push it to game number 3. But we will be seeing that very soon. But right now, Athena and Team Divine, what are your thoughts?
Again, this is going to be a really interesting match. Both teams have almost same strat, basically. But again, the question here is who can actually execute it properly and who has a better timing when it comes to their buffs and pushes as well on the towers.
Yes, again, both of our teams really go for a more slowly but surely type of play wherein they do go for objectives and as well as utilizing all multiple sides of the map. So we will be seeing how they are able to work this out, because from yesterday's matches, there were so many varieties as to both the long run and there was an aggressive push coming into game number 2. So let's see if this is still going to be a similar scenario wherein this is the turret pushes, or would they go for a little bit of a steady pace?
Yeah, speaking of steady pace, there's actually a lot of ways in order for our guilds to earn points. First one is by just killing the Soul Master. That will be 10 points per kill. Second one is gonna be, and here you go, guys. Again, before we proceed on that one, make sure to vote out, guys. If you're repping the flag of Athena, make sure to type in or vote it right now. Or are you repping the flag of Divine? Yes, Divine.
Yes.
Are you in server 20, guys? Because that is the home server of Divine, and for server 7, that's the home server for Athena as well.
This is also your opportunity to show your love and support for their respective teams that are to participate for tonight. And later on, we will be able to see what the community, has to say, or their predictions so far. But, speaking of predictions, who do you, personally go for?
That's gonna be tough, actually, but I would really go for actually either guilds is good for me. But again, let me just throw that question back to you.
I'd be going for Team Divine this time around.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to go to this side of the corner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, because I don't know, Team Divine does create clutches as well and during their run, but of course I still don't want to discard Athena, right? Because they too were making wonders, especially with the steals coming in from the flags, and as well as being able to destroy the towers as intended.
Exactly. And here we go. I think we have the result on this one.
Let's go check it out.
Yes.
Let's see the community predictions for this one. It's actually Athena, 77% Majority of our community votes. Meanwhile, for Team Divine, there is the 23%. I remember from their first run, you voted for Team Divine.
Yes, divine.
Because
again,
I think that was like a 35%.
35%.
Yeah.
But again, like what I mentioned, again, guys, this is the vote of the community. It all
Yes.
boils down still on the strategy and execution
Yes.
of these two guilds. Athena versus Divine. Again, like I mentioned earlier, it's more on the timing and execution. So, let's go.
Yes, and of course, it's not just the players who get the chance to win prizes here, but
Whoa.
also the
Wait.
viewers, because it's time for Zaya Asks.
Oh.
There you go. And the first question of the night is, what does the battlefield skill teleport do? Again, what does the battlefield skill teleport do? A, does it heal the team? B, it summons a backup player. C, it teleports to the designated tower. Or D, it grants invisibility. So, our dear Soul Masters out there, go ahead and comment down what you think is the correct answer for this one, because you guys can actually get a chance to win Razor Gold Pins. And take note, 2 winners will be chosen for this one. So make sure you go ahead and comment down in the chat what you think is the correct answer. But don't worry, if you weren't chosen, there are so many more chances for you to win later on.
Yes, definitely. Especially these Razor Gold Pins are very handy right now because we have a new map, new storyline, and a lot of contents actually in-game as well. So definitely, you can actually use this for those types of contents.
Yes, and of course I'm pretty excited because again, it's not just our dear players that have chances to win, but also our dear community. And of course we're just going to wait for the holding area. So while waiting for that, I'm pretty excited how our teams are going to play for tonight, because we've been seeing a lot of varieties of strats as we've mentioned from a while back. So I'm pretty interested to see as well if we are going to see something new for tonight, and with a lot of I think there's an ample amount of days that these teams were able to practice, were able to watch. So let's see.
Yes. And again, a lot of guilds as well who participated has their own replays as well. You can actually check that on our official YouTube channel as well. Yes, and again, that's going to be Soul and New World. And there you have it, guys. We are actually on the holding area right now. And again, what you're seeing right now, that is actually server number 20. This is Divine in your screen, guys.
And of course, on the other side though, basically near our camera, this one, that one, is server number 7 or Team Athena. So again, both of our teams are basically prepping and optimizing whatever they need for now. And again, for those who are actually new to the scene, to those who are new to watching this tournament, again guys, this is a different setup in comparison to the usual PvPs that you basically, or GVGs that you usually witness, right? So normally, again, there is the main battlefield that we all know and is very common. But for this specific setups, there are 2 areas wherein both of our teams can go and utilize. The ones that you see usually is the main battlefield area, and the other one to which they collect resources are the mining areas, both north and south. So for those who are wondering why are there 2 areas for this matchup, basically because these mining areas grant points or energy points to the teams, wherein our guild leaders, respectively Isaki and Mizore, can use whenever. Actually, they can activate it whenever, just so that it could lead into a certain advantage. Now, 2 objectives for the teams. Either number 1 is to break the base crystal in the main battlefield, or the other one is to collect a total of 50,000 points, to which this is what Fallen is actually mentioning earlier. So how do they earn points?
Yes, for the pointing system, it's going to be 10 points every time they're going to be killing Soul Masters. That's going to be the characters. Second one is 2,500 if you're going to be taking the tower. That is per tower.
Yes.
Yes. And the last one, 15,000 points if you're going to be winning that 5v5 Soul Master fight.
Yes, and that we will be witnessing later on when the game begins. And again, guys, there will be, you know, screens as well that you will be witnessing later on. So if you do wonder, oh, why is there a difference? Well, basically, that's just both the main battlefield and the mining areas, you know, being witnessed simultaneously.
Yes.
Right, so there are respective teams that are basically the gatherers, you know, in towards the mining areas, and of course as well as the main battlefield where the action starts. I think we've noticed, I mean, both of us here have noticed in towards the floor that majority of our teams do base camps, especially in the mining areas. They just, you know, also gather up points, not just to gather resources, but as well as those kill points, right? So that's also something that we have to consider as well, you know, during the duration of the game.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of pointing system in mining area, basically, the reason why they're spawn camping is they're trying to prevent the other team on getting those crystals.
Yes.
Those crystals can actually support the main battlefield in order for them to access, I believe that's the 5 skills. The first one is going to be the buff for the damage, and the others are more on active skill. And the last two is going to be the teleport. You can actually use that to back up. The last.
Hey, that's my question from earlier. Don't spoil.
Well, the question earlier is what is the effect? That's the question.
About to say. No,
there is an effect actually.
Yes, there is an effect.
Yeah, there is an effect.
Yes.
The fourth one, I believe, or the last one is you can actually see summon siege cannon.
Yes.
Wherein this is very helpful every time that you're going to be taking out the turrets. Again, guys, if you're watching, this type of like tips can actually help you to answer her question.
Yes, and you know, just listen carefully to what Fallen has to say because he's been giving hints during the duration of our game. He's been giving hints. So I believe that you are able to answer the questions very easily in the hands of Fallen Sanity. I was about to say your other persona. But, but then again, let's see if you actually slip up for later.
Yeah, let's see. Definitely, this could be an exciting match. Again, guys, ladies and gentlemen, again, you're watching the first ever Soul Master Tournament only here at Solan New World. Again, we are your casters. Our name is Fallen Sanity and Sayora. Right in front of you is our teams, guys, on server 7. Make some noise, guys, for Athena. And again, for server 20, boys, it's going to be Divine.
All right, let's start it off here. A bit of aggression coming in from the middle sides of the lane here with server 20, or Team Divine going in, getting those pokes. But of course, server 7's not going to give up just yet. But look at that wipeout from the rears. They were able to take 3. Look at that beautiful vacuum plus the Sword of the West peak to basically obliterate the members of Divine. And now they are going in for the push.
Yes. Athena right now is showing everyone why they deserve that 70% of the vote of the community. And they're attacking right now the tower slowly but surely. Again, we're not seeing the rest of the members of Divine. Are they defending or are they pushing on the other lane? And as of the moment, Athena right now is just hugging the tower. And they just want to make sure that everyone is just protected on this one. On the back lane, guys, if you're going to check splits as well, dropping those heals and skills. But again, server 7 get wiped out here. On the, I believe this is the top lane. No, sorry. This is going to be the bottom lane. And Divine managed to push in. This is the time that they can actually secure the tower. But again, quick vacuum there. No damage follow-up. Again, Divine is still healthy. They can still push with 3 players on the side of Athena. Athena right now trying to fall back. Make that 4 Athena players defending. But again, the teleports or the jumps is up and running on the side of Athena, doing backup for this tower.
And of course, again, going for a tower dive right here, but they are doing their best to go for the control, and there is going to be the vacuum, but there is no follow-up, only an amount of sword formations. But then again, it bears fruit as they were able to defend their turf. Meanwhile, on the middle side of the lane, we do see a little bit of trouble coming in from Team Athena as they are having trouble to breach in to this tower, because look at the defense that they're doing right now. Sword of the West Peak here, just trying to get a little bit of control, but not enough, as the members of Team Athena are gathering here with Sword of the West Peak coming in to that pinch damages right now, and it's a little bit too much for Team Athena at this moment.
Yes, and Divine answers back that we can defend our tower. You need to fall back on this. And here we go. Divine right now on the charge here, trying to destroy the tower again. Just to give you a heads up, guys, Divine's tower at the middle is actually 50%. They need to convert this push into damage on the tower on the side of Athena. Athena right now trying to pull those damages. ESF quick SF there as well, trying to lock in, but I think they're just trying to paddle back. They don't have any visions as well on the side of Athena right now. P there, as you can see, dropping at the back lane on the side of Athena, but again, no damage there. Good positioning, good spacing here on the side of Divine. They don't want to overcommit, but here we go on the south side of the map right now. Everyone is pushing here, left and right. Tag of 4 fight right now between Athena and Divine, but there is a jump there coming on the side of Athena, dropping damage, but again, that damage is not enough. No backup, no follow-up on the side of Athena. Athena, you need to fall back. Divine pushing in with 4, make that 6 players right now. The Jumong on the side of Athena, hitting no one. No damage at all. This is the time for Divine to convert this into a damage or objective.
But let's see, because right now they're tower diving for the side of Athena right now, and Daifuku, being the lonely bird here, is still going for the control, but the amount of damage that he's been taking right now is not enough to fully defend. But still, look at Athena having a little bit of trouble with this, and right now we can see at the moment the score is in their favor, right? Maybe because if we look at the mining areas, maybe that's where they're capitalizing on the kill points as well as gathering the resources. But then again, here, as we see into our screens right now, Team Divine, Server 20, are currently trying to, go for the objectives as they go for these towers. And as well as the middle side of our map, we can still see here they're trying to deplete the health of, these towers as well for Team Athena. But then again, the defense, the iron walls, let's see if Divine has the capability to do so.
Yeah,
because right now they're like wiped out here.
Yep. Like you said, it's a tug of 4 right now, like left and right damage, and that's as well on the floor as well. And I think right now they need to gather information. The movement of each team, they need to have that intel. If one guild is moving to the north side or to the middle, that's the only time that they can actually react properly on this one. And as you can see, Divine right now is just free hitting the tower. Tower right now is almost 50%. This is actually a good job on them. They need to place like one scout ahead of them in order for them to, to react properly, and they can actually fall back slowly. And I think that there is a scout in front on the side of Divine, scouting the rest of the players of Athena. This is actually good. This is the one that you need to practice every time that you have the GVG. Information is everything. If you don't have the information, you cannot react properly. Like what I mentioned, this is what Divine is doing right now. Sending out scouts immediately, yes. And the moment that they have that information, that's the only time.
From the rear!
Yes, from the rear. And that is a big damage on the side of Athena. Again, let's not forget about the firepower of Athena. They have those players who can definitely drop those bombs instantly and wipe everyone.
Again, both of these are too close for comfort, but then again, Team Athena is basically, doing their stuff and doing their, objectives, which is to basically, defend and at the same time go for the aggression. So it's a little bit of balance for Athena at the moment for both sides of the areas, actually. And Team Divine is, left to be in a reactive state.
Yes.
They're not the ones who are currently, keeping up with the pace, as Team Athena are the ones that are actually, dictating the movement or the pacing of this fight.
Yes, exactly. There is a lot of noises in the side of this fight, and I think definitely it's going to be really hard for them to communicate on this one. And right now, they're trying to push here on the side of Divine. They're just sticking with their guns. They're just taking to get one tower at the moment. And as you can see, it's going to be 8,700 versus 3,320. Divine is still lacking some points. They're losing the fights. They're losing the tower fights as well. And as you can see, they're trying to press in. This is going to be a checkmate on the side of Athena right now. They're actually trying to push in. Slowly, they're putting like less effort on sending members in that side.
And look at this turret right now, very low on HP. But, you know, still kudos to Team Divide. I don't really want this to be, you know, broken anytime soon. Because, again, if they do also break it for the side of Athena, this also leaves room for a certain map control that they can utilize for later on. And this time, this is also an attempt for Team, Team Divine to actually go for the counterplay. But let's see what Athena has to say about this.
Yes, Athena right now defending with less players. This is what I love about them. They can actually defend one objective points with like just 6 members or one party on the rest of the side of Athena. But on the side of Divine. Divine right now is gathering up, trying to spread out. They don't want to get clumped up on this one. You don't want to have a one stack here because again, there is a vacuum skill that can actually get everyone in one area and drop those plums on top of you. That ESF as well. So you need to move correctly and swiftly every time that you're trying to push. And here we go. Quick backups there aside of Tina. Tina right now trying to poke in. No jumps yet, no initiation yet. But again, those Phoenix are trying to drop here. But again, saw you in front. They're dropping in front right now. Saw you right now. Is dropping in front. I think we missed the fight at the Master, the 5v5.
But then again, that's an indicator that Athena was able to secure the flag for this one because look at the jump in towards the point. So basically, Athena is very much fundamental in terms of the objectives right now. Yes, although they were able to, leave this turret, this tower behind, they were still able to get the objectives at the end of the day. And look at the onslaught coming in here, and the defense was actually a success because it's still not yet destroyed. But look at this,
here we go.
Making it work here for the side. He's trying his best to destroy this tower, which I think it was a successful take. But this time around, this is an opportunity for Team Athena to also retaliate with a push. But let's see, because so far the defense is looking good. But then again, onto the high ground tower right now. They're slowly being breached by the Athena. Actually,
Divine right now is actually focusing in one area. This is what I like about them. I mean, they lost in that 5v5, but again, the conversion that they have, they almost converted one tower push on that third tower. And here we go. Silver 7, Athena right now trying to convert the first tower on the middle, taking out 2,500 points on their bucket. And quick vacuum there, no follow-up. But again, guys, everyone is kind of busy on the north side. And Athena is very confident, actually. They're very confident on just staying on their lane.
Yes, because 2 of our lanes are heavily utilized by Team Athena right now. They were able to, gather a lot of towers back there, and Team Divine can only do so much. They really have to prioritize the high ground towers, or else that would also convert 2 points for the side of Athena. So this is something that they have to plot where they should really put their team members in, because right now Athena is going in a very systematic way, but at the same time not as aggressive as let's say the likes of Fallen Fury would do, right? Because Fallen Fury would just basically go for the push and beyond. But right now, let's see how the defense is going to happen here for Team Divine, as Team Athena once again is trying to apply pressure in this high ground tower.
Yes. Again, the tower is already breached here. Server 7, Athena right now has 1 player trying to charge in slowly. The backup is there. 11 has a buff right now. He can actually go in, drop those plums. And here we go, dropping those big damage here, guys. Again, we're only seeing zero defense here on the side of Divine. Divine as well is trying to recover from from that tower. Again, they need to choose, are they going to be defending the top tower or are they going to be delaying the mid part, wherein majority of the members of server 7, which is Athena, is charging in. So this is going to be a tough call on the side of Divine.
Yes, and as it is a tough call for Team Divine, this is going smoothly for the side of Team Athena, sitting in at 31,340 points.
Yes.
Plus, if you look at the energies that they were able to collect, it's pretty much in towards their advantage. Right now, Team Divine really going all out in towards this high ground tower, is able to deplete this one. But look at the survivability of Ruler of Sky. He took a long while before he was actually picked off there, and now this is the time for Team Divine to actually scatter around the map to get a little bit of control. And speaking of that, they were able to transition themselves from the high ground tower in towards the top side towards the mid. But look at that vacuum coming in. There is follow-up from the Binds with the sword formation, depleting their health
with the barrier,
both the flank and the front ends. But Team Divine still standing strong. Sword formation to and fro. The PPs into the rears. Was able to really back out and eradicate members of Team Divine right now, and as well as Team Athena. And now they were able to successfully defend this mid tower.
Yes, what an insane fight coming from these two guilds right now. Definitely, this is what we want to see between these two guilds. But again, speaking of points, Athena right now is just dominating the points right now. They're just playing objectively. They're not fighting without any objective. This is what I love about Athena. They are just pushing one tower, fighting in that tower. They're not fighting in other areas aside from the towers. Clubs right now dropping on the floor. But again, if you're going to check right now, the remaining players of Athena has one squad in the tower. The remaining players, they have like 1 or 2 players ahead, advancing on the tower, making sure that they have that information. At the same time, they're blocking the way those players who's trying to you know, back up or defend the tower as well.
Again, this is something of, you know, the scouts' job here, and I feel like for Team Athena that they are able to place their scouts in a manner wherein they know when to go tower dive and when to go back out. But because right now, as they were given the signal that Team Divine will be defending this turf, look at how they just back out towards the range of the towers, waiting for them to, you know, spend their skills before they could retaliate. But right now, Team Divine is really holding their ground together here, not wanting to get another point, you know, to be in the hands of Team Athena, as they were able to successfully defend this bottom tower.
Yes. And I believe if you haven't noticed, like what you mentioned, Athena is just basically burning the skills on the side of Divine. The moment that it's burned, that's the time that they're going to be clashing. Majority of the skills, by the way, is 60 seconds cooldown, so that's a long cooldown. But again, guys, going back to the fight, that Plum right now connecting to the rest of the players on the side of Athena. Athena got wiped out, but again, the reinforcement is here. They have a good rotation when it comes to going back to the objective. And as you can see, like what we mentioned earlier, Derpy just advancing on this one on the side of Athena, moving forward, dealing the rest of the players while the rest of the team is going for the objective. This is what we love about Athena.
And again, this is the scouts doing as well for their side. They know it was basically placed in the map in towards a way where they can time the reinforcements through each sides of the lane. So even if they were wiped out, let's say it's like a per batch kind of play here for the side of Athena. If the first wave basically depletes itself out, the reinforcements arrive, and this is now placing Divine into a situation wherein they basically have to go all throughout, which is putting them in a difficult spot because the next wave coming in from Athena will be going in towards the side lanes.
Yes. And as you can see right now, like what we were mentioning earlier, Athena has the information in every side. And on the side of Divine, they need to regroup basically. They need to regroup in order for them to push as one on this. They can actually overrun the remaining players of Athena. But again, here is the defense. I think this is going to be the last defense on the side of Divine. They don't have enough players to defend on this one. While on the north side as well, if you're going to check the screen, we're seeing like 1 or 2 players right now hitting the tower, staying on the objective. This is what we are talking about. They are not fighting without any objective. No rush, no critical plays on the side of Athena. They're just basically playing it in their playbook.
Yes. And one of them is basically inflict pressure towards Team Divine. They don't necessarily have to be all assertive to whenever they do try to go for the tower dive. All they just basically have to do is to to keep their presence in check, just so that they could also see what type of reaction does Divine have to do for this. And this time around, I feel like Team Divine is going all out, trying to attempt the numbers game. But then again, this is something that they also have to consider because it leaves the other lanes open and vulnerable. And right now, speaking of which, this is an example of it because they are, trying this time around to actually take this tower for Team Divine, right? But then again, for Team Athena, as you can see, it's basically a diversion at this point.
Yes. And again, there is going to be a last 5v5 on this one. And if Athena wins this is going to be an over. And Athena is going to be bagging this. But as you can see right now, they're just pushing right now from top to middle down to the bottom. They're actually pushing right now. Again, the defense of Divine, you need to regroup on this one. You cannot let Athena have that regroup. You need to match their numbers. Every time that they're going to be pushing, you need to have that full 40 players on top of them, because if you're not, they're going to take advantage and going to be jumping left and right and dropping those plums on top of you.
Yes, and this is again about the timing to which they have to really dish out these skills. Right now, Team Athena is just buying some amount of time here in towards this high ground tower. This is basically forcing the majority of the members of Divine in towards that turf. But right now, as you can see here, we are witnessing the amount of defense. There is the vacuum coming in, plus the skill sets. Look at that onslaught coming in for the side of both, actually. But in towards the rear, we are witnessing Pioneer getting that last shot before being killed. But I feel like that was at least a victory for Team Divine in that fight.
Yes, that jump coming from Ruler of Sky was so OP. Like, he actually just don't care on his defense. He just went into the back and tried to hit everyone. But again, counter initiation inside of Divine, it went well. They actually wiped Athena. But again, guys, going back to the mining area, here we go. They're trying to fight in and trying to get some points as much as they can. They're trying to help the main battlefield as much as they possible. I mean, regarding the resources as well, they have they're putting a lot of effort on this one. And going back to the
main battlefield.
Yes, main battlefield on the bottom.
Yes, we are seeing still a successful defense here coming in from Team Divine. They're not giving up just yet. There is still hope. There is still time for them. If they are able to win, the flag for later on, this could also, basically be a tide changer for Team Divine. But again, it really depends on how much they are able to scale points for both the main battlefield and the mining areas. So here we go back. So Athena basically has to find ways to place their teams in towards the respective lanes, because at this point, both of our teams are utilizing the multiple lanes that we have right now.
Yes. And here we go in front of your screen right now. This is actually a good scream on the side of Athena and Divine. They're trying to push in, but here we go. The decision maker. Is it going to be Athena? Can they bag this? Or Divine, can they still counter this? This is the question that we're going to have today, and it's going to be answered. And here we go. Those AoEs dropped immediately on the side of Athena. Athena, counter initiation, but again, Divine trying to counter, but again, counter. Vacuum on the side of Divine as well. They're trying to fight back on this one. A few players on the side of Athena is still low. 10% HP. They still have 3 players on the side of Divine. They can still win this. Quick vacuum again.
Oh no.
Here we go. They're still alive. This is the chance. Divine right now, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to scrape out the best of the players on the side of Athena. Taking everyone. The plums. Dropping everyone. And there you have it, guys. Before it ended, Athena securing everything. Wow.
I mean, in towards that last fight, in towards the flag, if you notice, once the game has started, I believe I saw a sword formation a little bit too early that popped up. with
Mhm.
no, no players getting caught from the side of Team Athena. So basically that has cooldowns, right? And if
Yes.
it has cooldowns, that's the opportunity of your opposing team to go in for, for the push and for the counterplay. To which I think it's one of the most crucial things to do, especially when trying to attempt to get the flag. But
Yes.
then again, this is still game number 1. And there is a valiant effort coming in from Team Divine. I mean, to be fair, from Team Divine, their defenses were success.
Yes.
At least in terms of the high ground towers, right? But Athena, again, strategically playing multi-lanes all throughout the map, as well as the mining areas. This is something that you have to consider.
Mhm. And exactly, as you can see as well, if you check the scoreboard, it's actually a 5-kill difference on this on both teams as well. But again, speaking of objective, like what I mentioned earlier and what Seiya mentioned, it's all about the objective on the side of Athena. They know what to do. It's all planned. It's all planned. But again, speaking of plan, guys, this is the plan that you need to answer, because we're gonna go to Seiya's Ask.
Yes, and for my second question of the night, here we go. What is the function of the siege cannon that Fallen mentioned earlier? Okay, what is the function of the siege cannon? Is it A, it heals teammates, B, it buffs the caster's attack, C, it bypasses the tower range to deal damage, or D, it destroys obstacles? Again, guys, comment down if you think, if you think
That
the
is
right
a tough
answer.
question.
Yeah.
That is a tough question.
Yeah, if you
definitely.
think the right answer.
Siege cannon.
Yeah. You comment
That's a
it
tough
down, because there will be 2 winners of Razor Gold pins
Yes.
for this question. So, I'm pretty excited to see, because, I'm slowly lurking. If you guys all know, I'm lurking in the chat. So, let's see your answers there. Again, 2 winners of Razor Gold pins for this question. And if you guys aren't chosen, don't worry. There are more questions in store for you throughout the night.
Yes, definitely. Again, a lot of expectations that has been thrown out. Again, Athena having that 70% plus points, they actually live to their expectation from the community as well. While on the side of Divine, we understand the effort from them on defending as well. But again, Athena, they have their playbook today.
They're on a roll. I feel like they were able to, practice their way. And speaking of practice, this is still game number 1. We will be heading on to game number 2 in a bit when we come back after a quick break. So don't go anywhere.
the first Soul Master tournament, attracting the attention of the entire continent, has officially begun. From this moment onward, your passion and strategies will forge legends. This is not just a battle for personal glory, but the ultimate trial to test the strength of your team's spirit. When the drums of war beat, only by entrusting your backed comrades worthy of that trust can you charge towards the throne of the top sect. Now let me introduce the rules of the Soul Master Tournament. The battlefield of the Soul Master Tournament is divided into 3 areas: the main battlefield, the northern mine, and the southern mine. The main battlefield can accommodate up to 40 Soul Masters, while the northern and southern mines can each host up to 30 Soul Masters. The maps for the northern and southern mines are identical and feature numerous crystal stones. Mining these stones provides energy, supporting battlefield skills on the main battlefield. On the main battlefield, there are 3 main routes for attack. Both sides have 10 defensive towers, 3 outer towers, 3 inner towers, 3 high ground towers, and 1 crystal base. The battlefield commander can use the energy obtained from the mines to activate battlefield skills for support. These skills can enhance the Soul Master's attack and defense, disrupt the enemy's defensive towers, rendering them incapable of attack, summon siege vehicles to strike enemy towers from a distance, and even teleport to rally teammates. On the main battlefield, defeating enemy Soul Masters or destroying enemy towers will earn tournament points. These points are crucial for determining the outcome of the match. The first side to score 50,000 points or destroy the enemy's crystal base wins the match. Remember, when the pickaxes of the mines resonate with the blades of battle, that is the true symphony of victory. The team that stands victorious on the podium will be the one that best understands how to conquer with both intelligence and cooperation, creating miracles. All Soul Masters, hear your command. Unleash your soul rings and let the entire continent crown you.
And welcome back, Soul Masters. Again, we are casters for this tournament. My name is Paul Insanity, together with Sayora. Again, that first match was a blast. It's actually a really good demonstration of how you can actually move around to the map. Athena showing us on how to dominate without sacrificing too much fights.
That is true. And again, it was basically a dominating feat as well for Athena, not really giving an amount of space for Team Divine to try and retaliate fully. Because although the defenses were successful from a moment for the side of Team Divine, again, you have to consider as well the objectives coming in from the mining areas as well as the flags that they were able to acquire. So that alone is a little bit too much to basically handle for the side of Team Divine, because the mere fact that you're able to attain 2 flags, that's already equivalent to 30,000 points in total. So basically all you have to do if you do claim those flags is to just maintain your gap and maintain your objectives in destroying the towers, and as well as getting those kill points, to which Team Athena was successfully able to execute.
Yes, definitely agree on that one. Same goes with the strat of Athena as well. They're trying to force in Divine on forcing them to recap the towers as well. And Athena as well taking out the first 2 flags. It's actually putting a lot, a lot of stress as well, or a lot of pressure as well on the side of Divine. While on the side of Divine, they actually almost won that 5v5 earlier. It could be a game breaker, but again, still, it's going to be hard.
All right, so of course in a bit we will be proceeding to the second game of this best of 3s in a bit, but of course, again, to those who are currently watching the stream, of course we'd also like to know your thoughts, which you think will will be winning this game number 2.
Here we go.
in a bit. Okay, all right.
I think I'm gonna cast my spell right now.
Because you know what will pop up. My question. There you go. Zaya asks, what happens when you use interference on a defense tower? Again, what happens when you use interference on a defense tower? Is it A, it heals it? it B, pauses its attack, C, it increases its range, or letter D, transforms it into a summon. So again, guys, this is Seiya Ask again. 2 winners will be chosen for this question. So all you have to do is answer you think is the correct answer for this question. Once more, what happens when you use interference on a defense tower? There you go. So again, guys, it's not just our teams that will be hailed victors here, but also you, our fellow masters. And of course, if you are not chosen, right, there are still more questions up for grabs for you guys, so make sure to tune in to the stream. And the announcement of winners of the Razor Gold pins will also be announced in their respective social media, so make sure to tune in and follow Soland New World.
Yes, definitely. And those Razor Gold pins, you can actually use that for the new contents as well. Okay?
Okay, so this is going to be game number 2, right, Fallen? So in this game number 2, what do you think are the adjustments that Team Divine has to, apply to this game number 2, just so that they could, you have a little bit more push coming in towards game number 3?
Well, basically on the side of Divine, they need to send scouts. Like what I mentioned, information is everything on this game, because we're talking about like 3 lanes plus the jungle as well. You need to have like separate players on comms that can actually voice out where is the location of their main ball or main Zerg right now on the side of Athena, and where is their flank team or the gank team on their side. The moment that you have those information right away. But again, guys, speaking of information, we want to inform you that this is the time for you to cast your votes if it's going to be Athena again, or is it going to be the redemption time on the side of Divine.
Yes, but look, at least if you are, if I were just a simple viewer, if you're going to look at it through game number 1, under normal circumstances, right? Why do you have to fix something that isn't broken? At least for the side of Team Athena. So at least in that retrospect, you can safely assume that Athena, might be able to also, secure game number 2. But then again, this is something that is interesting to see, because Team Divine has also been very diverse when it comes to their play. But of course, we want to see what the community has to say. So let's go ahead and check out the results of the community prediction. So it jumped by at least
8%.
more than 8% here for the side of Team Athena, running in at 87%. For the side of Divine, though, 12% is still 12%. Right? There is still hope for Team Divine. Don't really want to, count them out just yet.
Yeah,
okay?
definitely.
Because we have seen as well from the previous matches or from the previous days that, although community prediction isn't really, in favor towards the team, they were still able to prove themselves wrong. And I think it was Team Divine actually that proved the community wrong during that time, if you remember, right? So let's see, though, if they are able to, jump this into game number 3, or will Athena really stand out dominating as they secure this game number 2? Because you have to take it into account as well that Athena's prowess in terms of systematically placing your teams onto the respective lanes, and as well as the mining areas, is something that Team Divine has to be very careful for. And speaking of holding area, let's go ahead and check out the holding area for both sides.
Yes. And there you go, guys. On your left, that's going to be Athena, and on your right, it's going to be Divine. Server 20, Server 7, Athena.
Aesthetics.
And here we go. Those wings, let's go and flex those wings right now.
Yes. I mean, it's really nice. I do heard that some of the aesthetics there are limited event only, so you can only get those or acquire those in a duration or in an amount of time. Yes, so this is why you should also get aesthetics.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I mean, speaking of like cosmetics, like if you're going to see those warriors right now, those wings, those auras is really like flashy, in the screens. And again, Divine, this is their chance basically.
This is their last chance.
We want to see game 3, basically. We want to see game 3.
I mean, this is really up to how they are going to execute the plan, because again, like what we've been mentioning to you guys, and as well as the community voices, right? Athena is a force to be reckoned with. This is Athena is a type of team that you do not underestimate, especially if you want to go for a longer game.
Yep.
But at least for game number 1, they were able to demonstrate something that's of a dominating fight that, you know, again, Team Divine was not able to recuperate or was not able to retaliate in time. Because again, flags were secured, mining areas were also available for Team Athena's use, and as well as the tower secured for the side of Athena. So again, the fact that they are proactive on both areas is and basically plotting you know, the team members accordingly is something that I feel, or I believe, that Team Divine has to you know, do something about, or else they might be left off in a situation where they have to react once again.
Yes, definitely I agree with that, Saya. But also, we want to add as on this one that Divine needs to pin target those key players on the side of Athena, like 11, Ruler of Sky. They need to shut this down. Like these two players right now, if you see them on the battlefield, you need to cast your plums and lock them down immediately. The moment that these two core players is out, that's a go signal for you to push and punish everyone.
Yes.
Basically. So again, information is everything on the side of Divine. And again, key players. You need to shut down those key players right away if you want to win fights. Again, Athena is actually built around 11 and Ruler of Sky and Citrus in the battlefield, meaning that majority of the players are saving these 3 people in order for them to launch those big bombs or big attacks on the enemy. If Divine managed to cut off those defenses, those supports right away, they basically have a shot to take down Athena as a whole and win this on the second game.
I mean, again, this is about execution at the end of the day. And of course, in terms of compositions of the classes, right, I feel like both Divine and Athena does have a similar mindset on this, really capitalizing on the Keisha sword users as well as the Haushan hammer. So basically, they're going for, you know, a glass cannon type of effect, because if you notice in towards the rankings from game number 1, majority of them are damage dealers. And when I say damage dealers, I meant the ones that I've mentioned earlier, the Keisha swords, the Haushan hammers, as well as the blue silver grasses. Blue silver grasses, you may not notice, as well, of course, as the Cat of Netherworld, because if you do notice that they provide a certain amount of control, and if you provide that said control as well, this gives an opportunity for the assassins as well as the damage dealers, let's say with the likes of the hammers and as well as the Keisha swords. If you notice that is basically, that's where they're banking on with the AoE effect, which is one of which is the peacock plumes, and as well as the Sword of the West peak. Sword formations basically are used or is utilized from the rear ends of every team fight for an amount of stun, plus the vacuum capabilities of a Haushan hammer to provide a lot of crowd control to dish out this said skills. And speaking of skills, let's get it on to game number 2 between Athena, match point for them, and Divine to potentially attempt a game 3.
Yes, and here we go, guys. Good start on the side of Divine right now. They managed to sustain the damage, but again, guys, here is the push coming on the side of Athena. This is what we're talking about. You need to shut down those core players, and they managed to do that. And here we go. Server number 20, Divine right now charging in with almost full HP. But again, Isaac right now is full HP. He needs to fall back. He doesn't have any skill. Low HP as well. And again, 2 players actually managed to take, is actually down there on the side of Divine. 11 charging in. And here we go, 11 sustaining, but 11 is down again. Good shot down there on the side of Divine. Divine right now charging in, but again, the defense on the side of Athena is still rock solid here. Everyone is defending, low HP as well. On the side of Athena, they're trying to push in, but Divine trying to paddle back. This is actually a good paddle back. They need to lure out the remaining players. You need to fight outside of that tower in order for you to deal consistent damage, but the plums are dropping. And here we go. They actually listen, dropping those plums on top of Ruler of Sky. Good job here on the side of Divine, shutting down the key players on the side of Athena.
Yes, and that is basically what you have to do in order for you to get a little bit more of a bounce back here. But speaking of, even if they were able to get the core players of Athena, the fact that they were not able to really go for the push only meant that the reinforcements that came from Team Athena is something that they also have to be careful with. It's not just something, or not a set of people that they have to underestimate. Because look at this. Yes, they are, you know, advantageous in terms of the pushes and as well as the team fights, but they are still not yet, you know, depleting an amount of health in towards that tower. Look at that vacuum for the side of Team Athena right now, and in towards the rear, trying to get those plums, but was cancelled actually. So again, this is something that Team Divine has to consider. But on to the other side of the lane.
Yes, going back on this lane, everyone is actually Divine is losing this fight. Trying to paddle back again. That's a bad fight actually on the side of Divine. Losing points, a lot of points actually. But again, the conversion there on the side of Athena is pushing. They have the majority of. They went from one tower to another. They know that they have a consistent damage as well on the middle lane. So they opted out for a different lane. This is actually a good push on the side of Athena, trying to catch up. And this is actually on the north side of the map. And here we go, the backup. You need to regroup, Divine. This is going to be a bad clash for you. Again, the shields is up on the side of Divine, trying to... Mr. Dur here is trying to tank up the remaining damage. But again, the vacuum on the side of Athena is very effective. Everyone on the side of Divine is jumping one by one. You need to save those plums up and running because they're going to be healed up on the side of Athena. Athena converting points over points here. And they're going to be charging from the north side now down here. But again, the reinforcement is here. Divine wiping the rest of the players of Athena. Good defense there.
But that was so smart coming in from Team Athena, though. The mere fact that they did not go for the usual, wherein the first outer towers are the usual towers that you basically try to you know, take down first. They went in the inner tower in the first one, so that's why they were able to really rank up their points right now. And if you look here in towards the middle side, although Divine is doing a successful job in defending this, not really wanting for this outer tower in towards the middle lane to be destroyed, the mere fact that Athena is just capitalizing on another turret here, which is basically another outer tower in towards the side. This is something that we have to commend Athena, because this is a difference in their strategy this time. This is not, they're not going in by the textbook. They're going in thinking outside of the box, and this is good because this is a part wherein this is not your usual map wherein you have to destroy the outer ones first before going into the inner ones. And this is smart because it's putting Divine in a position where they have to retreat and they have to regroup.
Yes, a good kite there on the side of Athena. They actually noticed that they're going to be losing the fight in this one, so they're actually buying some time. If you're going to check, the rest of the players of Athena is trying to fall back, trying to lure out the remaining players. So definitely other side is going to be open for Divine on this. So I think this is going to be a full commitment on the side of Athena. This is actually a call for reinforcements on the side of Divine. Divine as well, trying to catch up the remaining players. Oh, that is actually a good punish there from Hinmei. Hinmei destroying the rest of the players of Athena right now, from pushing to defending. And here we go. The cannon doesn't want to stop. He just immediately went in. And Divine. Wow. The defense.
The defense is real for the side of Divine here. Again, we have to commend their defense mechanisms right now. But then again, this is the part where Athena uses the numbers towards their advantage. And because they were able to take down the inner tower first, apart from the outer tower, now this is just, you know, providing a lot of map control for Team Athena. Although there are more people, you know, residing here towards the bottom inner tower. But look at that vacuum, as well as the follow-up coming in towards Team Athena right now. Where's the retaliation? But going back in towards the middle side of our lanes, the diversion plays, the PPs are being thrown out. But again, where is the follow-up that comes through? There is none because they lack the members to do it for the side of Team Divine.
Yes. the plums are not connected properly, they need to hold your opponent every time that you're dropping those plums on top of your enemy. And as you can see right now, Athena just putting like 5 members. This is what I like about them. They're very confident on fighting the scrims here, even though if they're outnumbered. Here we go on the fight, the backup, the reinforcement is here. But again, 11 is one of our notable characters here, or member here on the side of Athena, is still sustaining, trying to get their attention on the side of Divine. Divine right now focusing on 11, but again, the punish there on the side of Athena is up and running. You cannot focus 11 right away. But again, Divine finding a way in order for them to win. There you have it. Divine pushing way on the middle. Very good job there on the side of Divine. Good clash.
Meanwhile, on towards the bottom side of our tower or our map, we do see, however, the diversion that's happening towards Team Athena. But right now, the first flag is up here, and let's see who gets to secure this one. Is it Team Divine or Team Athena?
Yes, and here we go. Again, a quick jump there on the side of Athena.
PP?
By PP right now, but again, the PP doesn't have any damage as well. But a counter initiation inside of Athena, trying to drop those big damage, trying to gank one player from one, make that 2 players. And again, the one remaining player on the side of Divine trying to sustain, trying to delay. But again, this is going to be over for Athena. They're going to be farming the players here. And Divine lost that first fight. Again, that's only the first fight though. Again, they can still win on this one. That again, the momentum shifted immediately on the side of Athena, and they're deciding to push here. Again, still on their playbook on this one. They're just playing objectively.
Double stunned and double CC'd is what happened there. Athena was able to place their timings in terms of the skills beautifully in towards their end. It really didn't give time to for Divine to retaliate into acquiring that flag. Meanwhile, while that fiasco was happening, we do still see here a little bit of spark of hope for the side of Team Divine. They were able to at least control some parts of the map, but then again, for the side of Team Athena, however, now they're trying to control this middle area, because you have to take note, if they are able to first take down this tower, more a map expanded control can come from their hands. But then again, as you have reacted right there, it was a beautiful defense coming in from Team Divine. They were, they are still able to try and stop and prevent this tower from being pushed. And if you notice the placements of the PP, that kind of left no room for Team Athena rather to enter that said tower.
Yes. And here we go, a quick clash here. And Divine is taking that win immediately out of the hands of Athena. They're trying to catch up on this one. Again, Divine needs to push. They need to regroup on this one if they want to win. And they need to send out those scouts right away in order for them to know where is Athena is. And here we go on the fight right now. Quick push there, making that 3 conversions right away on the side of a Divine. Divine right now pushing deep on this, making sure that the backline is being covered here. And again, the reinforcement is back here on the side of Athena. Athena right now got vacuum, but again, they have the heals, they have the sustain here on the Athena. Athena right now sending out like 11 in front. 11, can you sustain this? 11 pushing right now, doesn't have any damage at all. 11 is all alone at the middle. Can somebody save this boy? And 11 right now dropping those damage. Again, a 1v1 scenario and shifted right now to a different lane.
11 doing a good job in sustaining that fight there, preventing any more pushes coming in from Divine. Meanwhile, onto the bottom side of our map, we can still see here a lot of sort of the West Peaks coming through. Look at that pinch damage. It's forcing a retreat coming in towards Athena. Sword formation for a little bit of sustain, but then in back towards the middle area, we see Athena really thriving to push for this tower. And this time around, they are going in for the success because they were able to target those in towards the rear, not giving time. But then again, there's the counterplay for Team Divine. The PP, the pinch damages is up and running. They were able to successfully defend this tower from being destroyed by Team Athena, not wanting them to get that map control.
That push, that sustain on the side of Divine What a coordination on their side. But again, guys, this is going to be the answer. The side of Athena, they have like 4 members right now. But again, no effect at all. Divine sustaining the damage. But again, the rest of the players of Divine got wiped out by 2 players,
the
actually.
reinforcements have arrived.
11 just arrived.
Yes, 11 has arrived, and this time they are going to secure and destroying this middle tower for additional points for the side of Team Athena. And then going back here, if you look at the multiple lanes, as you can see, they're not just dominating the middle area, but also the bottom side. So this is, I think, something that Divine needs to take into account, because even when they do try and attempt to go for the rear areas, as you can see right now, the numbers matter. And look at the control that's being pushed or done by the blue-silver grasses. They were able to control that rear end, and although there were wipeouts that happened here from Team Divine, the reinforcements or the other members of Team Athena were able to basically showcase the amount of skills that they were able to dish out. And speaking of showcase, if you can look in this side as well, although there are more members of Team Divine, they are having a bit of trouble holding them off with lesser members of Team Athena at that.
Yeah, I mean, the sustain right now, I mean, I'm speechless right now. Seeing Athena right now with less members sustaining.
They need more reinforcements.
This is the, we saw like 4 backups immediately on the side of Divine, plus the existing members on that tower. They've been just sustaining the fights, healing each other, making sure that the damage reduction is up and running on their side. And here we go. He's actually trying to fall back, but again, the reinforcements is here. Definitely, we're going to see those void teleports on the side of Athena. Athena is going to be answering back on this. 16 minutes on our timer. We still have a lot of minutes. But again, they're jumping at the back lane here, slowly, trying to range pressure. But again, one player on the side of Divine One right now is trying to snipe those low players. It's actually a good initiation coming from Divine. Divine right now is just zoning. They have players at the back. They have the players in front. But again, they need to be careful. Cheesecake right now dealing the damage on the side of Athena. Athena is still on good HP, but the remaining players of Divine is very low. They can actually chase on this one. Divine, you need to paddle back on this one. And again, they're just sticking with their guns, forcing the fights. Is this the right fight that they can actually take? That is the question. Divine, very low, but doesn't want to give up. They can still win on this one. We're thinking about 4 players or 3 players right now on the side of Athena trying to fight back. But Divine, very low HP. Can they still win this? That's the question. Quick damage there. No damage, actually. They're trying to fall back. Siren right now trying to heal everyone, making sure that they are actually sustaining this. Backup on the side of Divine is here, trying to range pressure the tower. Again, the quick vacuum there. No damage, no follow-up. Yes, there is a follow-up coming from the sides, wiping the rest of the players on the side of Divine or Athena. Athena has the backup using the siege cannon here. The fights right now is really insane. Chasing at the back, pushing too deep here. Divine proving that they have what it takes to win this fight.
Indeed. And if you notice, though, you have to commend it to Team Athena. That's 3 players out of 8, 9, and they were still able to hold off for that long. And, of course, they can only do so much. But still, that really took up a lot of time, because I feel like that was just a diversion. The fact that there are not much reinforcements that are happening here, I bet the other lanes are something that Athena is thriving on at this point. And so, to which I feel like Team Divine is just, taking advantage or salvaging what they can in towards this lane and just, destroying this tower. But then again, now that it has been, destroyed, it's either 1, they can go for the push, or number 2, they can go into a different lane. But that is the problem. If you notice, the scoreboards are just basically rising up towards Athena. It only means that they're being proactive in another side of the map. But if we go back here in towards this bottom, top side of the lanes, you notice that Team Divine just decided to go for the push here. But still, the amount of time or the survivability, the longevity of, you know, Team Athena to stay put, to hold the ground for an amount of time for the other reinforcements to arrive is something commendable. There's the vacuum. Look at the depletion of HP coming in for the side of Team Divine, but they're still holding off, and this is what I'm telling you, Fallen.
Yes, Athena right now playing objectively. If Divine is pushing 1 tower, they're going to take like 2 towers right now out of the hands of Divine. Athena right now charging in, leading with a lot of points. They're actually sitting right now at 33k, converting 1 tower to another. 11 actually is here. He's not in the battlefield. They need those damage dealer. 11 in Ruler of Sky is going for the 3rd tower right now. They want to end this. 12 minutes on the marker. They can still push on this one. Yes.
For the flag.
For the flag. Here we go. And there you go, guys. They're just focusing right now on the tower. This is, if you're going to see the discipline on this team, Athena right now sticking the objective. 2 players right now is trying to clash in, trying to delay the remaining players. Again, Plums at the back.
Oh!
Isaac showing that he can actually turn tides in this one, dropping that Plum on top of the remaining players of Athena. Athena got wiped out.
Yes, and that was a very good demonstration coming in from their guild leader that, you know, never, you know, the option of giving up isn't here. And the fact that Isaac was able to, you know, that play, that Peacock Plumes was enough to, you know, inflict amount of boost for the side of Team Divine. And now there is, you know, a counter play that Team Athena has in mind for this one. And that is to scatter around the map, be proactive, and transition to a different tower. Because again, if they cannot, you know, reflect into kill points, they can always go for the tower. And I believe that Athena is trying to basically maintain the current gap that they have, at least in terms of points, because if they do this, they can just play for time.
Yes, play for time indeed, but I think right now they're just playing for 1 more K. 1K
Yes.
points, then
1 more K.
1 more K.
1 more K.
K? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, right? Let's go.
1 more K. Let's go.
Yes,
Well, you have a point, because
Yeah.
if they do that 1 more K,
1
right?
more K.
And if they were able to secure the flag, that's basically a game for Athena.
Yeah,
so
that's-
you're right. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
1K. You're
On 1K,
1
right?
more K is right.
Okay,
Yes.
there you go. And Athena right now just forcing the fights. This is what they want.
Uh-huh.
Forcing Divine on those uncomfortable fights right
Yes.
now. And like what we mentioned, outnumbered fights earlier coming from Athena, dominating. They're trying to, you know, overrun the remaining players of Divine. Divine putting
Ooh.
like a lot of players. Actually, they have like, I believe that's around 10 to 12 players on this lane. But again, Athena showing that they know how to fight, they know how to sustain as well. And Athena dropping those bombs, but again, this is too late on the side of Athena. Divine is taking the role on them.
Yes, and right now this time Team Divine is pushing in towards the mid, if I'm not mistaken. And they are going to try and attempt to get this inner tower or actually it is the high ground. The mid high ground tower for the side of Team Divine. But then again, you have to take note, 25 seconds left before the flag is there, you know, to attempt to be contested. But the PP from the rear was able to obliterate the members of Team Divine, preventing this push.
That is actually a perfect timing on the side of Athena, dropping the plums.
Ooh,
And here we go.
here we
This is the
go.
plan. This is the plan. Earlier, Athena almost lost the fight here. But can they bounce back on this? Divine, they have the plan. Can they execute it? Few more seconds, guys. We're going to see the fight right now. And here we go. Server number 7, Athena is charging in. Server 20, Divine right now is trying to maintain one position. Quick vacuum there. But again, can we see a punish? Quick plums. Dropping here on server 7.
They
Athena
evaded
right
the
now.
PP.
The PP got baited. Again, the fight is up close. Millies over millies. The love bomb has been casted again. And the ESF dropping those big bombs. Plums again. And there you go. The damage is not enough on the
1v3.
side.
1v3.
Divine right now got wiped. And, I mean, Athena got wiped. Divine
Divine was
taking
able
a good
to secure
answer.
the flag.
They're still in the game.
They're still in the game, and with Athena just having it at a 4K lead. But this is huge for Divine. This is huge because right now they have the capability to catch up in towards the points. No more flags left for both sides of the team. But of course, before anything else, we would like to ask you a question for those who are in the chat. Which martial soul excels at tanking damage on the front lines? Which martial soul excels at tanking damage on the front lines? Is it A, the Evil Eye White Tiger, B, Keisha's Sword, C, Cat of Netherworld, or D, Haoshan Hammer? Comment your answer, which one you think is correct, for 2 winners of Razor Gold Pins.
Let's
can
go.
get a chance to win these questions. And of course, for those who weren't chosen, don't worry, there is one more question for you guys later on. And going back into the game, Fallen.
Yes, going back to the game, and here we go. Whoa! One guild vacuum there coming from Divine. Divine answers back. They have the confidence right now, taking up the damage and dealing damage as well on the tower. Tower is actually 50% right now, but the remaining players on the side of Athena decided to jump at the back lane, wiping the rest of the support of Divine. Divine right now is actually wiped here at the middle, so I think they're going to be choosing a different lane on this.
I think Athena got, a little bit too comfortable, to say the least, in, trying to really attempt in getting the flags, and as well as, being proactive throughout the map. But you know what? The good thing about it is because they were able to capitalize on the points, they are still sitting at the advantageous phase here, at least points-wise, right? But this also adds pressure to them because Team Divine was able to catch up.
Yes. I think Divine is really pumped up right now. If you're going to check, their gameplay is kind of different right now. Everybody is just jumping right now very confidently, trying to sustain. But again, Athena is still composed in this. They still have that regroup, everything still on set. The pressure is still up and running. Sitting in 39 points, 35k points on the side of Divine. Athena basically just needs to maintain their composure, their focus as well, because this 3k lead will be gone in few minutes, basically.
Yeah, that
if
is
they're going to be
true.
letting Divine to take this.
Yes, they shouldn't be complacent at this point because again, you have to take into account they have no more flags to, widen up the gap. And of course, speaking to those who are here in towards the live stream, this is a redeemable code for you guys to use in game. So let me just, let me just recite it real quick for those who are watching, right? So it's T4Q6V3 and Y. That's very quick. And of course, you can claim it in towards the games, guys. So don't forget to, take note of that because again, that's limited. It will expire. So you have to claim it as much as you can. So again, speaking of Team Divine here, really fighting it off, really fending the members off of Team Athena at the moment. So Team Athena, I think they were able to lose their ground a little bit right now, especially when they found out that the flag has been taken away from them. So I feel like Team Athena has to, really try and put themselves there and to keep the momentum, to keep the advantage that they currently have.
Yes. And in front of you right now, guys, is the mining area, the Sounder mining area, where farmers on the side of Athena right now is getting those energies to help the main battlefield. And going to the main battlefield right now, Divine got wiped out by Athena. Athena right now is charging in slowly but surely. Azaki tanking, they know that is Azaki. He got focus fired immediately. You can attack away on this. But again, reinforcements again on the side of Divine is still up and running. But again, they are very low.
And speaking of low here, you have to commend both sides of the team not really backing down towards this fight. As you can see, Team Divine is really adamant in pushing this tower because again, that gives 2-5, right? And if you actually acquire that all the more closes the gap with Team Athena. And Team Athena, however, although they do have 40k points, speaking of 42, they just need 8k more for them to actually close off this matchup. And again, just to let you guys know, if Athena wins this is basically their game. And right now, speaking of their game,
here we go.
they are already here in towards the high ground tower. But look at that, Peacock Plumes was able to eradicate 6 of the members of Athena. And this forces now Team Athena, the members of Athena that remained to retreat. They have low HP left. This is a success defense once again from Team Divine.
Yes, and I think they tried to, overextend on the side of Athena, tried to scare off the remaining players of Divine. But again, Divine was really composed in this one, and the main force right now on the side of Divine is going in.
Triple.
And they're trying to drop those damage. Again, the PP, I think that's a sole target PP right now. They're charging in, but again, they need to have a full force if they want to take the tower. But again, they need to be careful on the north side as well, because the north side is open.
Speaking of north side is open, that Peacock Plumes is able to take 3 against Athena right now. And if you notice, they're the ones who's trying to push in, but there is the vacuum. Where is the follow-up coming in from the side of Athena? There's none, as numbers do matter, and Divine is capitalizing on towards that fact. And this is the time wherein they are the ones who are to attempt to push this inner tower, this high ground tower rather, and I think it is a success. This is now putting Athena in a position wherein they have to react. Let's see how this goes, because from the rears we see Team Divine being eradicated, but onto the front there is a trade coming in from the sides of Divine. It's anybody's game. This is a less than 2K lead, but right now we are seeing Athena thriving. We are seeing the success in towards their defense, and onto the other sides of the lane we see an onslaught onto the side lanes.
This is a crazy fight right now. Like, everybody is actually being active, trying to contribute on the team, and forcing the fights as well. Athena, on the other hand, is just basically sticking with their plays right now. Divine playing extra mile on their aggression and this, making sure that they can actually catch up. We're talking about like less than, a 3K points on this one.
In towards the rear once again to take away 6 members. No, make it 8 members of Team Athena. I had to correct myself because as I said 6, the additional 2 was just basically, kited by the sides of Team Divine. So if you can see here, Fallen, there's still hope, there's still chance for Team Divine, but take note, 1:20 left.
Yes, I think the gameplay on this one is just take 1 tower on the side of Divine, force the errors on the side of Athena, then take the win on that one. You need to save those big damage, big skills, those 60-second cooldowns. You need to save it. And you need to pop all of your energy all at once if you want to win that war. But again, guys, going back, we only have like less than 1 minute 53 seconds on our timer. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Athena versus Divine right now. On your screen, it's a crucial fight between these two guilds. This is going to be less than 3K, guys.
I feel like Team Athena is just defending the remaining towers at this point.
They're just playing safe,
they just do not want the members of Team Divine to destroy at least 1 tower. And, there was a sneak peek of my question, but that's going to be for later, because right now, look at the intensity of this game.
And here we go. Athena right now showing dominance here on the fight. Good execution here. 19 seconds on the timer. And basically, they just need to fall back on this one. There's no way Divine can actually capture this or catch up on this one. But again, Athena decided to fight.
7.
Everyone is just dropping those big skills, trying to hold up. This is actually a good strat. And
3,
there you go.
2, 1. And we do see here that Team Athena was able to secure their points for this matchup. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, if Team Athena, was able to secure this match, there's no more game number 3. That's basically a 2-0 score line. And if we look at the main battlefield stats, 11. Doing his ways.
Yeah, like what I mentioned, 11, Ruler of Sky is those 2 top players that you need to shut down in the side of Athena. They managed to shut down a Ruler of Sky. Yes, they managed to shut down Ruler of Sky, but again, 11 is paving their way on helping
No
everyone.
wonder. No
Yeah.
wonder 11 was able to actually, get that 1v8. Was that
Yeah.
a 1v8? Because his score is 100. Actually, 1,700,000 CP. So that's something that you have to take into consideration as well. So right now, again, that was GG's actually from both sides of the team. Valiant effort from Team Divine, however, because their defenses, even in game number 2, was still a success. If you notice that this one is more of a closer fight in comparison with game number 1, because they were able to get the flag, and as well as, even with the interesting play that Athena was able to showcase right now, Team Divide was still able to, hold their ground and catch up to the points as much as they could. The only advantage that we see is because of that interesting play that came in from Athena, it really caught them off guard.
Yes.
So that basically was a go signal for Team Athena to capitalize on, gathering points as much as they could before the flags were spawned, or before the flags were there, and before the 5v5s were to commence. And just like that, Athena, it was really a close fight for this game number 2.
Yes, Athena showing their tempo from the from game 1 to game 2 up to the end. And again, on the side of Divine, still GG well played.
Yes.
Isaac dropping those big plays as well on their end, trying to save the entire team, but apparently 11 came on top, still dominating. And yeah, 11 is really unstoppable on that fight, but valiant effort as well still on the side of Isaac, Honda, and the rest of the team of Divine. GG well played still.
Yes, GG well played, and because of that, Athena is to still proceed to our journey for that one. And of course, in a bit, we'll be able to, see the updated brackets, just to give you guys an idea on how the journey is. But before anything else, this is the final question that I will be giving to you for the night. Don't worry, there are more questions that we have prepared for you for the upcoming days, but this one is the final question of the day. What does the hidden weapon Peacock Plums do? The ones that you've been seeing earlier, plums, just correct me if I'm wrong. This is basically your preference. So you've seen the peacock plumes being dished out earlier. So
Yes.
what does it do exactly? What's the hidden weapon? What does the hidden weapon do? So does it increase healing? Does it deals damage and silences them? Does it increase the speed? Or does it summon the clone? What do you think? What do you think's the answer?
I cannot say anything.
You don't know the answer. Chat knows the answer. So chat, go ahead and comment down the correct answer for you guys to have a chance to win Razor Gold Pins. And again, 2 winners from this question will be selected and be hailed as the winner. And of course, for those who have not been chosen for the set of questions that I've had, don't you worry. Again, for tomorrow and the upcoming day, for both the 27th and 28th, I have more questions in store for you guys. So make sure to always tune in to Solan New World's official social media pages.
Yes, definitely. And for those people who haven't downloaded the game yet, again, Solan New World is still up, and you can actually download this. And if you want to join the journey here together with us or the PvP players, guys, you can still catch up because there's a lot of contents, new worlds, new storylines, and a lot of new characters that you can actually play.
Yes.
This is actually available now, so what are you guys waiting for? Make sure to download the game.
I heard they have a new map, so
Yes.
make sure to check that out as well. But of course, that is it for tonight. But before going out, before getting go, of course, this is the updated brackets like what I've mentioned earlier. So again, Team Athena, sweeping it with a 2-0 for tonight, and for tomorrow, as mentioned, we will be able to witness, actually it's on the 26th and 27th, correction. Correction. So of course, for the 26th, we will be seeing a Villain Era versus Arcane.
Yes, and on the
27th.
Yes, on the 27th, it's going to be Fallen Fury
Yes.
and Miji.
Yes, and I'm pretty excited because these two are from the the upper brackets.
Yes.
So I am excited to see how they are going to, play this out because, again, they are, one of the trendsetters in our very first Soul Master tournament. So I'm pretty excited to see how they are going to, play for this one. Because, again, guys, these are best of threes. This is different from the previous days or from the last week's matches that we've had. This is an opportunity for us to, show or for us to witness the showcase of the upper bracket winners.
Yes, definitely showcase indeed. Again, guys, for those who's watching right now, I hope you had fun because we had fun, especially on game 2. Game 2 was really epic. Athena,
Yes.
server 7, Divine server 20, almost there. Almost there.
Very close, but
yeah,
valiant
almost
effort.
for game 3. Yes,
Yes.
that's what we want, game 3, right?
Mhm.
Yes, and again, still GG, well played on all of the members on the side of Athena, 11,
Yes.
Ruler of Sky, and the rest of the team. And on the side of Divine, server 20, Azaki and Honda and the rest of the team. Still, I mean, that's a win-win for me. Like, we
Yes.
watched an awesome fight, awesome execution of skills and strategies as well. And yeah, for me, both of them are winners. But again, we just need to have one to move on.
Yes, that is true. And of course, we would also, like to thank our beloved viewers, our beloved masters as well, who are currently watching and of course participating in the Seiya Asks as well. And to you guys who are supporting the teams that are currently participating right now, as well to our sponsors and
Yes.
to everyone, behind this for making everything possible. But again, as we've mentioned, there are more action that we are able to witness onto the days that are going to come. But for now, it is a wrap.
Yes.
It is a wrap for this time around. And again, you'll be able to witness more exciting shows. But again, this is it for us. My name is Zeora, and with me is...
Fall Insanity, and see you on the next one.
Bye.